This could all go horribly wrong at any minute. This is what I truly love. I don't really, I'm intrigued when people yell about their politics. I'm intrigued when people have something to say about their town. But what I really like is when there's two people who really know each other well, write in something together. Each of them wrote something. And this is from DV. I need to rant about my partner. Yeah, I said partner, not boyfriend. After almost 9 years of putting up with his shit, don't I deserve more than the juvenile title of girlfriend? We're not in fucking middle school. We need your help to determine the appropriate terminology for our relationship. Yep, well, she's got a point. That's 9 years. It's 9 years. It's 9 years. Brad F. responds, I need to rant about my girlfriend. That's right, I said girlfriend and not partner. I know it's been 9 years, but when I hear partner, I think about two gay cowboys. Well, my partner and I going down to the Gulch to suck each other's dicks. Is partner an upgrade from girlfriend? If we're partners, are we going to start solving mysteries? Robbing banks? We need your help to resolve the appropriate terminology for our relationship. After 9 years, I think you should refer to each other as you're fucked. Tough shit. You're going to have to get married, fuckers. That's it. Time's up. Ball game's over. You're already 9 years. That's called legal. That's what they say. What's that fucking word? Common law. That's it. So you're husband and wife. So both of you can suck whatever you want to suck. From Robert Mendenhall, slavery provided benefits? Really? Oh, let's not stop there, Governor DeSantis. How about these benefits? Human trafficking victims were able to learn alternative ways to earn money. Physical abuse victims learned valuable consumer skills about effective painkillers. Or, since I know how to use makeup to hide bruises, maybe I could become a makeup artist. Mental emotional abuse victims learned about the variety of career choices in mental health fields. Wow. Robert, one step further, one toke over the line. I appreciate it. Wow. The makeup artist. Yep. Why not? From Manuel S. I think you're going to enjoy this. Dear Lewis, I'll be at your show at Montclair this Friday. Originally, I was going to rant about this coming weekend in New York City since it'll be SantaCon. Nothing says more about the holiday festive spirit than a bunch of college students and grads all dressed up as Santas, puking outside of bars after doing their bar crawl up and down the streets of Manhattan. But I digress. I just want to rant about my 85-year-old dad, who, despite having a stroke 7 years ago and since recovered, annoys and frustrates me to the level that I wish I would join the SantaCon revelers. I'm in my 50s, single, no girlfriend, and caretaker to my 80-year-old parents, whom I live with. This statement alone could be enough of a rant and a laugh. But my dad insisted I buy him 40 bottles of Listerine. 40 bottles? Why, you may ask? So that he can use it to clean and wipe the bathroom. I told him, do not use the Listerine mouthwash to clean surfaces. Use Listerine only for your mouth and nothing else. But he insists, saying all those other cleaning products that I suggest are poison and you can't use it orally. What the fuck? I replied emphatically, "You're not supposed to use cleaning products orally, just the mouthwash." And in the next 15 minutes, we argued with raised voices and insults to each other that just proved pointless. I then demonstrated to him using a toilet bowl cleaner, pouring it in the toilet, and flushing it to show him how to clean the toilet. But he still insists he wants to use the Listerine. I told him he already used the last Listerine bottle and then I'm not buying it anymore. So, if you're reading this, know that I'll be here trying to get a break from the insanity at home, hopefully enjoying an hour or two of entertainment, some holiday cheer before I head back home to my asylum. Happy holidays. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to read it that night, Manuel. And Manuel, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. It has been a long, long few weeks. Manuel S. Thank you for that. That is spectacular. I've got to say, my parents never got my mother was always on top of it in terms of cleaning. And so was my Listerine. That's just it's it was a tough one to read without just laughing. 40 bottles of Listerine. Whew. Man, I don't know where he got that except for maybe Trump suggested it at some point, as a cure for COVID. Who the fuck knows? If you clean your toilet bowl with Listerine, it'll get rid of the COVID and the COVID that goes into the system, into the reservoirs. Oh man, I've got to stop. That's just. Thank you, Manuel.
A rant from Sean Anonymous. My rant will probably cause a lot of people some rage. You never know anymore, Sean. You never know. I think it's absolutely fucking ridiculous people feel they are entitled to bring their dogs everywhere. I work at a grocery store part-time. The amount of people who bring their dogs into the store is insane. Just yesterday, someone had their dog in the store, and the dog decided to take a shit. I know this wasn't a service dog because even I know they are smarter than a lot of people in America and won't take a shit in the middle of the store. I'm not ranting because I'm anti-dog. I had a boxer for 11 years, okay? I'm ranting because why the fuck do you need to bring your non-service dog into a grocery store or restaurant that has food people are going to eat? And do you really need to ask a business if they allow dogs? I am totally in support of service dogs because they do help people. And as a theater goer, they are so well behaved, you don't even know they are there. Just for fuck's sake, leave your dog at home or in the car, all right? With the windows open, of course. Have a good one, Lewis. And thanks for taking the time to read this. And thank you, Sean, Anonymous, for taking the time to write it. And you're absolutely correct. It's insane. It was after 9/11. It just got, my dogs are my children. And now, I mean, how many ads can you see for fresh dog food? I mean, I think it's probably better for the dog, but in this rant brought to you by the farmer's dog. Thanks, Sean.
Mike C. I have a fucking rant. I think I'm a pretty smart guy and that I have a pretty good job that has a fair bit of responsibility. In fact, my title is GM, so the company actually employs me to be responsible for some fairly significant revenue and many team members. However, I must say at home, my wife thinks I am the dumbest son of a bitch. Just the other day, she asked me to sweep the fucking floor, only to have her pull the broom out of my hand and then proceeded to show me how to sweep the fucking floor. After all these years, apparently, I didn't know how to operate a fucking broom. She's 4'11", 92 pounds, and I'm scared to fucking death of her.
David Krebs has got something to rant about, and rightfully so. Hi, Lewis. I'm currently writing this pre-show About 30 minutes till doors open for tonight's show in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm sorry I didn't get to this earlier, but I'm a little behind, David. I have a rant about compassion. When has it become acceptable by any and or all types of companies to decide they can show little to no flexibility to people who have a disability and then act like they can miraculously cure it overnight? It's like asking the mute to speak and the handless to grow a hand. It's fucking ridiculous. And they don't even take the time to level the playing field for them. Then they keep poking and prodding us with analysis and and waiting for you to mess up due to your disability, to show you the door, even while you work your ass off for them. Have some compassion, folks, as that's what happened to me recently. In less than 24 hours ago, I wasn't coming to your show because I was supposed to be working until I was rudely let go. So screw people without compassion. Well, I can understand why you're pissed, and I'm sorry they let you go because of a disability, and I'm sure there's a way you might be able to sue them, but I'm certainly not a lawyer. I barely understand anything written in legalese, David, and I hope that since then you've found other work and at least or spent some time with people who have compassion. You can't expect it from a company. It's unbelievable. It's extraordinary. And thank you. Dave Miller with a very, very short, well, you'll hear. I wouldn't call it a rant. It's what gets people to rant. Definition of woke. The Gospel of Matthew 7:12. In everything, do unto others what you would have them do to you. Well, I throw that out there for you, David, and we'll see what the reaction is. I really don't know what the definition of woke is. And I don't think it was necessary for us to get into a discussion of woke as a country because a lot of people began to use it for reasons that is criticism, which had nothing to do with, oh, we should do this because it's really the right thing to do. They should have not given it a name. And I don't know who did. I only know that there's a madness, a certain level of madness with those who are woke. So, and not the ones who live by the Gospel of Matthew. Thanks. I'm interested to see what folks have to say. I think this will take the edge off. Garrett Cheney is expressing his anger, and it certainly helped to make my day. Just saw that Mr. Potato Head is now Potato Head to be gender fucking neutral. We just castrated Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head. Is nothing sacred? This shit has got to stop. Legos. Fucking Legos are adopting a gender neutral policy. When I was growing up, Legos were gender neutral. They were blocks that allowed you to build things from. They were blocks. I'm sorry, I couldn't get through that. They were blocks that allowed you to build things from, wait for it, your imagination. No figurines, no instructions, and you got about 100 pieces in a big cardboard tube. Burns my ass like a 4-foot flame. I say we give Mr. Potato Head back his pipe. Looks like he may need it. Thanks, Lou. No. Thank you, Garrett Cheney from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thanks for letting me know where you're from. And someday your Pirates will be back in the thick of things, just like my Orioles. I really appreciated that. I hope you folks out there did, because I did not know that they had done that to Mr. Potato Head. I'm sorry. Potato Head. What is the matter with us? What the fuck is the matter with us? This is a great one. How does killing elephants help protect the species? That one got you, huh? That got you right in the heart, didn't it? How does it? That's the thing they did today is that part of our, save the earth policy. The people, you can now, if you kill an elephant, you can send it back here during a certain time. And what they said is that this is going to help in terms of, helping, basically save the elephants. And it is so, that's satire. That's the definition of satire. I'm not going to sit here and explain it, and I'm not going to explain it to those of you who live around the world. All I can tell you is when you say that going to kill elephants is going to help save elephants, doesn't get funnier than that. Who wants to kill an elephant? It's also, what a fucking thing, seriously. The fuck? I can understand hunting like a fucking, a lion that comes out can eat you. I can see that. I get it. I mean, I don't get it. I certainly am not going to stand out there with a fucking rifle with a lion and what fucking lunatic? Well, yeah, I'll get that lion. No, why? Why the lion? Just let the lion fucking go and eat something, you fucking moron. Or it should be eating you. I don't. I understand hunting in the sense of conservation of culling the herd. There has to be a certain kind of thing that's done, especially there's a gazillion deer in upstate New York and all the way up the East Coast. It's just deer, deer, and they're out there all the time, and you just see them and you go, Lyme disease, run, fuckers. So there has to be a certain amount. They basically kind of said, well, you can only do this amount of shooting during deer season, and then a gazillion more deer came onto the scene, and so there has to be some sort of thing done like that. But going over to an elephant is they look so sad, and they look like they need glasses and shit, and they're so big and lumbering. I mean, it's not like, what kind of sport do you get the things moving like? I can see a cheetah maybe. Those fucking things. Those move like bats out of hell. Woo! If you can shoot a cheetah, then you've got fucking, you deserve some sort of a little badge or some shit. I can see shooting a hyena. I don't really like them. They irritate the fuck out of me. That's like that stupid son of a bitch who's in your high school at the back of the class who's just, is going to end up no good, and he's just an asshole. Just, shut the fuck up. Goddamn hyena.
Michael Mishark with an interesting take on things. I'm neither right or left on most issues, but what pisses me off from both sides the most, is climate change. And let me stress this. I believe we all need to do more. But regulating manufacturing to China and 20 other countries only harms 99% of us. I want to fucking knock out everyone under 25 who says it was the last two generations who messed everything up, and they need to fix it. Yes, air pollution was a real problem, and they made changes. Yet all these kids order stuff online every day, drink 10 water bottles a day, and protest no more oil. Then they say, that's why I recycle. Well, only 10% of plastic at best is recycled, and that number's on the high side. And most of that is made into things that can't be recycled. Right jackasses say there's no such thing as climate change, and the left only talks about things that make their biggest supporters rich. So fuck off, DC, and fuck off if you think driving an electric car eliminates using petroleum. Clean natural gas is not caring. Preaching about global warming while ordering food every day and the newest, cheapest gadget on Amazon just to throw out 100 pieces of shit when having your maid clean, who probably is paid half the minimum wage. They say the average person eats a credit card of plastic every week. Would have hated to figure that out. So, all you climate crazies, open your fucking eyes and don't let these politicians dictate your rage. The deniers, the same goes for you. But if they're over 60, they didn't make new problems, and they will be dead soon. You see, half the plastic in the world was manufactured after 2005. Politically, there's a lot I disagree with you on, and most of the people around me don't like you, but it is their loss. Unlike Saturday Night Live, you've always been funny. With Trump and now Biden, can't all Americans agree we need to do better? If we put 10-cent deposit, just a 10-cent deposit on all plastic containers in every state, and regulated the plastic type to be 100% recyclable, think of how little effort it would be to make a big change. Huh? In Michigan, there are never bottles on the side of the road. Oh, and to any asshole in an electric car who tosses trash out going down the road and gives me a dirty look because I drive a full-sized truck, fuck off. I'm one of the few who work construction and wish I could still buy a work truck. Yes, the gadgets are nice, but they are not $80,000 nice. Okay? Love you. Not love you. One of your few conservative, not Republican fans. Well, thank you for sharing that, Michael. I'm sorry if I screwed up a little the wording along the way, but I'm glad you said what you had to say, and it's true. It's I have friends who yell about some of the same things you've just mentioned. But to blame my generation, you can in part, as far as I can see. But this problem is so much bigger, and it's just deal with, like you say, let's deal with it. Okay, it's not that tough. We're smarter than this. We should be at least. We should be at least a lot fucking smarter than this. Thanks, Michael. Now I'm pissed. Thanks to all of you for listening to my Rantcast. If you have a rant you want to get off your chest, send it in to me at lewisblack.com/live. You can think of it as therapy, or whatever you want to think of it as. Just let it rip. And I want to thank the true stars of our show, the Ranters, and the splendid rants they gave us. Lewis Black's Rantcast was created and hosted by me, Lewis Black. Our live rant audio was produced by James Salter. Our theme song by Chris Lane. Executive producer, Ben Brewer. Executive producers, Matt Kleinschmidt and Robert Kelly.